Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Talk with Us podcast, your space for meaningful conversation. Today, we are going to discuss a very interesting and controversial topic. Should AI be permitted in academic activity on campus? Some people believe AI improving learning, while others worry that it encourage academic dishonesty. Today, we have two guest speakers with different perspective. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank,
Hello, my name is Yuna. Thank you for inviting me. It's great to be here.
thank you for the opportunity, Martin. I'm Sam. I'm glad to be here.
Let me start with the first question. Do you think AI should be allowed in university, Yona?
Yes, I believe AI should allow because it can exchange students' learning experience when used responsibility. According to UNESCO guidance for generative AI in education and Research 2023, AI can support personalized learning, improve student writing skills, and help both teacher and students access information more efficiently. AI should be viewed as a learning assistant rather than a replacement for human thinking. Students still need to analyze information, think critically, and make their own academic achievement decision.
That's an interesting point. However, many lecturers worry the student may rely too much on AI. What do you think about it?
I understand the concern. However, the problem is not AI itself, but how people use it. University should establish clear policies and teach students how about academic integrity. Instead of banning AI, campus should educate students on how to use it ethically and responsibly.
Okay, thank you. Now let's hear another perspective. Do you agree that AI should be widely permitted on campus?
I agree that AI has benefit, but I think it should be limited. Research by Kaneshii et al. 2023 in Nature Machine Intelligence explained that although AI can improve learning efficiency, but it also creates risk such as inaccurate information, over dependence, and reduce critical thinking skills. If students simply copy AI generated answer without understanding, they will not truly develop their knowledge or problem solving abilities.
That's a valid concern. So should university restrict AI completely?
No, I don't think so, but university must be ban AI. Instead, they should regulate its use. For example, AI may be appropriate for brainstorming ideas, checking grammar, or explaining difficult concepts. However, it should not replace original assignment. Research, analysis, or examination, students must still demonstrate their own understanding.
Okay, both of you have present strong argument. Let me ask another question. How can university balance the benefit and risks of AI?
University should provide AI literacy programs. According to UNESCO 2023, students and educators need training to understand AI's range, weakness, ethical issues, and limitations. If students know how AI works, they are more likely to use it responsibly rather than misuse it.
I agree. In addition, lectures should redesign assignments so that students demonstrate critical thinking, creativity, presentation, and real-world problem solving instead of simply submitting written assignment. This reduces the possibility of AI misuse while encouraging meaningful learning.
Some people argue that AI may reduce creativity because students depend on technology. Do you think this is true, Yona?
Not, not necessarily. AI can actually stimulate creativity by generating ideas, providing examples, and helping students overcome writer's block. However, students must always evaluate and improve AI generate content using their own knowledge and creativity.
I partly agree with Yona. AI can inspire creativity, but excessive dependence may discourage students from developing independent thinking. Therefore, AI should be treated as supporting tool rather than the main source of knowledge.
Thank you for your thoughtful insight. Before we end this discussion, could each of you give one final statement?
In my conclusion, is that AI should be permitted on campus because it offers significant education benefit. However, ethical guidelines, proper supervision, and AI literacy are essential to ensure students use it responsibly.
And my conclusion is that AI is valuable technology, but university must establish clear rules. Students should use AI to support learning, not to replace their own effort, critical thinking, or academic honesty.
Okay, thank you to both of our guest speaker for this informative discussion. Today we learned that AI bring both opportunity and challenge in higher education. The key is not whether AI should exist on campus, but how student and university use it responsible and ethical. Thank you to everyone for listening. See you in our next podcast. Bye bye.
Rotasikan pandanganmu, ambil sudut yang terbaru. Belum pernah kau coba lihat semua, bukan dari matamu. Kelak kau kan mengingat yang membawamu ke sini. Kami pernah di situ di posisimu, helakan kesahmu.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast, Talk With Us podcast, a meaningful space for conversation. Today we will discuss a topic that affects almost everyone, the impact of fuel increases. Rising fuel prices influence many aspects of daily life, including transportation, the economy, inflation, and even students' expenses. To explore the issue, we have two guest speakers with different perspectives. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you. I'm Martin. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Mr. Sam, for inviting me. I'm Yona. I'm excited to discuss this important issue.
Now let's begin the first question. In your opinion, what's the biggest impact of rising fuel prices on this economy?
In my opinion, the biggest impact is the increase in production and distribution costs. According to the International Energy Agency, fuel is one of the main input for transportation and industrial activity. When fuel price rise, companies spend more money transporting raw material and finished product. As a result, many businesses increase the price of goods and service, reducing consumer purchasing power.
That's an important point. Does this mean high fuel prices always lead to inflation?
In many cases, yes. According to research published by the International Monetary Fund, increasing in energy price often contribute to inflation because transportation and production costs affect the price of many products. However, the overall impact depends on government price, subsidy, and economic condition.
Thank you for your answer, Martin. Now let's hear another perspective. How do rising fuel prices affect transportation?
Rising fuel price have a direct impact on transportation costs. According to the World Bank, higher fuel prices increases operating costs for public transportation, logistic companies, and delivery service. Consequently, bus fares, taxi fares, and shipping costs may increases. This affect not only business but also ordinary people who rely on transportation every day.
Well, that's true. But what about student? Also, is they also affected?
Absolutely. Students are among those who feel the impact. Research articles on household expenditure show that when transportation costs in crisis, students often spend more money. Traveling to the campus, in addition, higher fuel prices can increase the prices of food, books, and other education necessities for students with limited financial resource. This additional expense can become a significant burden.
Some people argue that fuel prices increase encourage people to use public transportation and save energy. Do you agree?
Yes, to some extent, economic studies suggest that higher fuel price and encourage people to reduce unnecessary travels, use public transportation, or switch to more fuel-effective vehicles. In the long term, this may reduce fuel consumption and support environment sustainability. However, government must else ensure that public transportation is affordable and accessible.
I partly agree. Although higher fuel prices may encourage energy conservation, not everyone has access to reliable public transportation. In many areas, people still depend on private vehicles to work or study. Therefore, fuel price increases may place additional financial pressure on lower income families.
Both of you have presented convincing argument. So what policies should government implement to reduce the negative effect of rising fuel prices?
Government can provide targeted subsidy for vulnerable group, improve public transportation system, and encourage investment in renewable energy. According to the World Bank, these policies can reduce the economic burden on society while supporting long-term economic stability.
I agree. In addition, governments should maintain stable food supplies and monitor market prices to prevent excessive inflation. Financial assistance for low-income households and students can also help reduce the impact of rising living costs.
Wow, we have so many insights today with this conversation, but before we end, I want to hear each of you give an final statement.
Okay, my conclusion is that fuel price increase have significant economic consequence, including higher production costs and inflation. However, with appropriate government policy and efficiency energy use, this challenge can be managed effectively.
And my conclusion is that rising fuel prices affect many aspects of society, especially transportation and student daily expenses. Therefore, cooperation between governments, business and communities is essential to minimize this negative impact.
Thank you so much for both of you for the valuable answer. Today, discussion has shown fuel prices increase influence the economy, transportation, inflation, student, and society as a whole. Although the higher fuel prices create challenges, effective public policies and responsibility energy use can help reduce their impact. Thank you for listening our podcast and see you in another podcast. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.